You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, it finally happened. It finally happened. We now have an NBA player that actually has the stones to come out and say that men should not be competing against women. These men that want to transition and become transgender, this NBA player, Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets, said, nah. He actually said it irritates me. He knows this, man. He knows this. I believe even the deranged lefties even know that men should not be competing in women's sports. But they're just so woke, man, their mind is gone. They know that women stand no shot to actually beat a man that competes in their sports. How many times, guys, have we done videos where we've seen a male athlete dominate the women? It's definitely happening in women's track and field in the People's Republic of Oregon. It's happening in other states as well. Now, WNBA, man, those players pretty woke. And I believe sooner rather than later, you're actually going to see a transgender infiltrate the WNBA. Some people may already say, hey, Brittany Griner. Okay. But let's just say an out transgender goes into the draft. What is going to happen? What's going to happen, guys? Those women in the WNBA are so deranged, man, when it comes to this thing that they won't back off. The WNBA is way more woke than the NBA. And I believe, man, that a lot of NBA players feel the same way as Michael Porter Jr. Now, he was actually on with Full Send Podcast, and he was actually talking about Caitlin Clark, by the way, and he actually gave her some props, okay? And he says that she definitely got the skills. She definitely does. But he brought up the transgender thing, man, and I'm pretty sure the wokes are going to lose their minds by what he said. Let's get into this, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We appreciate these supports. Here we go. Check this out, guys. NBA star irritated by transgender athletes debate. Denver Nuggets star Michael Porter Jr. is speaking out on the debate surrounding transgender athletes. Porter Jr., who won a title with the Denver Nuggets, is firmly against transgender women competing in sports. No, that's not what he said. Okay, spun. He's against these transgenders who are men competing in women's sports. That's what he's actually against, man. Don't change his words, okay? Don't change his words. But you did it anyway, man. I mean, imagine this, guys. What would happen if Michael Porter Jr. went over and played in the WNBA? I'm willing to bet, guys, his team would win the WNBA title. Put him on any team, because those women, man, they would not be able to stop him, man. Men are just bigger, stronger, faster. And remember, all he has to do really is just identify as a woman. That's all he needs to do. Identify as a woman. So he just put on a wig, go over to the WNBA, and then just crushed him, man. Crushed him. So let's go ahead and watch this clip here of Michael Porter Jr. and listen in to what he had to say here. He starts off talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and then he actually gets into the transgender thing. Let's roll it. Here we go.
I think Angel Reese could get one on you. Think Angel Reese could score on you? Come on. Caitlin maybe, bro.
Caitlin's cold. That's the one girl that I was like, okay, if she was in an NBA game, defense, she would get cooked. But offensively, like, she'll knock down some corner threes or like a swing three. Like, she actually would, because she can shoot from that far. But no, most women can't compete with men, and I don't think men should be able to transition and play with women. That's just, bro, that whole conversation just that irritates me.
So what he's saying right there, man, because I was kind of confused on what he said about Caitlin Clark at first. Seems like he was saying that Caitlin Clark could really score on the men in the NBA. I don't think that's possible. But if a player, just swings the ball out to her and she's behind the three-point line, she's wide open, yeah, she can make the shot. She can make the shot. But when it comes to actually competing against the men, Caitlin Clark would get embarrassed by NBA players. Now, Caitlin Clark, man, she's actually had some struggles in the WNBA. She just had a game where she scored 3 points playing against women. Against women. Just imagine, guys, what the men would do to her. Just imagine, man, what they would actually do to her. Now, defense, man, she would not be able to defend an NBA player. I mean, she would just get run over. Run over, man. How tall is Caitlin Clark, by the way? Not really sure. But if you had a 6'7" man with skills decide to transition over and say, you know what, I feel like a woman. I'm pretty mediocre in the NBA. I want to go over and compete in the WNBA. He would be the best player the WNBA has ever seen. It would be a wipeout. You guys remember that video I put up on the high school basketball player? This team, I can't remember exactly where it was. This team actually had a male identifying as a female playing basketball. He injured 3 girls on the opposing team in the first half. Guess what happened, man? Second half did not happen. Why? That team, they withdrew. They forfeited that game, man. I mean, this one girl, there was a clip, and she was actually dropped on her back, man, and she was very injured, man. Very injured. It's pathetic, man. What about the girl in volleyball where she actually had a ball get spiked into her head, and she suffered for months? Hopefully now she's actually recovered, man. Hopefully she's actually recovered. Now, Michael Porter Jr., man, he's smart enough to know, man, that men have no business whatsoever in female sports. I wish that other NBA players would actually come out and say something, but I do believe a lot of the NBA players, actually all of them, probably think the same way as Michael Porter Jr. They're just not saying anything, man. They're not saying anything. I mean, these NBA players, though, they want to be all bad on the court, man. But when it comes to, going against the woke left-wing narrative, they're terrified of getting canceled. Terrified. But hey, there you have it, man. Shout out to Michael Porter Jr. for speaking the truth right there. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.